And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? Happy Monday to you. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I know, I don't want to say I did. Yeah, I had a pretty damn good weekend. Didn't do much. Had to go to the store, run a couple errands. Beyond that, I just sat around, played World of Warships, and just kind of, you know, did that. Kind of laxed out. I needed it after this last week. Yeah, I don't know. So what we're gonna do is we left off. Where are we at? Okay, let me get this set up real quick. About right there. Okay. Again, didn't do much. Just kind of hung around. Watched football. Chiefs are 7-0. Fuck yeah. Felt bad for the Raiders. They talked all that smack comparing Patrick Mahomes to Kermit the Frog. Uh, and they got turned into Oscar the Grouch and left in the trash. I love it. I love it. I love it. But beyond that, nothing new, nothing special. If you guys had anything exciting over the weekends, don't hesitate to let me know. I'm kind of checking something right now while I'm talking to you guys. So okay, not out yet. Waiting for a delivery. Moose, what's up, bud? How was the weekend? Got my beer, which tonight Guinness. Got my whiskey, waiting for that, and that is off just a hair. Nope. There we go. Uh, kind of gonna have to go see a doctor here soon. I think I developed a little bit of a hernia, so umbilical hernia. It's a little irritated. I'm gonna go get it checked out just in case. Beyond that, I'm good. That's all that moving shit or heavy shit around at work. I felt a little pop a couple weeks ago. I can't prove 100% it was done at work. So, yeah, my insurance is weird. Uh, be out 2 or 3 days guaranteed, but then light duty for a while. Beyond that, I don't know. Nothing special, nothing new, nothing exciting. It's Vegas today. It was like 40-mile-an-hour winds and chilly, so surprised my sinuses aren't acting up. Again, we left off Friday or Thursday, sorry, on Vexus Recorder, 8 minutes in Death Row. So let's see what we can get. What's up, TM? How you doing, bud? Let's get that opened. Yeah, that's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. And got the spooky season upon us. We are on show 665, a little pre evil. Tomorrow night will be show 666. Kind of shit is that? Like I said, I was waiting for that show. I honestly, when I started, did not think we'd make it to 666. Like, I'll probably do couple hundred shows and everybody will lose interest. It's not the case. Keep it going. Yeah, Halloween. Whoop whoop. Can I get a what? Wait, no. We're not going there on this show. Can I get a what? No, no, no. Bad Brent. 666 spooky as well. Well, you found out your favorite musician had a Christmas tour this year. Never have a Christmas tour in Europe, only in the U.S. Who's your favorite artist? I gotta know. Lindsey Sterling. I've honestly never heard of her. I'll be honest. I'll have to look her up. smell that already. And I wish we could get away with playing clips from artists on the show. YouTube and Twitch are funny. Sometimes you can get away with 15-second clips. Other times you can't. I know streamers who will not save their streams into VODs and play music, and they just mute it a certain way, like watching movies on Twitch. People do it. No, remind me later. Why I had that turned off too. She made a post about being in Sweden and one viewer dancers not on purpose on stage. Like today was spent returning Carrie Underwood. So nothing too exciting. They had a shitstorm yesterday when they received it all back. I was like, guys, why didn't you ask me to come in? I know it's how it's supposed to be packed in the cage. I know how it's supposed to be received back. They're like, we had four people volunteer before we asked you. She plays the violin, so we're both wonder dancers. The whole thing turning around. I believe they're European. The only ones I know that do like violins and stuff like that is Escala. And they did the NASCAR banquet. That's the only way I know about them. And that was like 15 years ago. So, cheers. Lindsey Sterling is pure American. Ooh, and that shot hit hard. Okay, that's why I don't know. I don't watch America's Got Talent or any of those. I just don't like them. Now I'm going to have to look this up since you're mentioning it while we're listening for EVPs. She looks like she's 12. I mean, no offense, she looks dirt young. She is not owned by any record label. Wow. Ashley's worked with Concord, Lindsay Stomp, BMG, Decca, Bridgetone, and Maker Studios. Anorexia, what is it? Okay. She was a Disney child. That's probably another reason. Whatever. Lindsay Stomp is her own record. That's a smart way to do it. And we're pretty much dead all the way through here. We're going to have to get up to the active areas. Somebody doesn't know how to downshift a motorcycle. Back when I was doing my radio show, uh, I was telling these guys, don't get caught up in the politics of music. And this is where I got pretty serious with the artists. I'm like, just remember one thing: when you sign that label, you're selling out. They're gonna change your image. They're gonna change your beliefs in music to sign you, and you're gonna do it. Might be the next big face of music. You might be an A label or a B label, and they're going to control you for at least 3 to 5 albums. Uh, and a lot of these artists said they'd never sell out, and to this day they haven't. Uh, I had one artist, very, very talented man. He had that real country drawl, like the 70s country singers. He had that southern drawl to him, that South Carolina drawl. And I interviewed him one night, and I was like, what are you going to do? And I remember him saying to me, he's like, Bubba, he goes, you are the beacon for a lot of these artists. You and the Iceman, which was the guy I broadcast under. And he's like, a lot of us aren't selling out. We're going to continue playing in bars, in clubs, in small venues, and be happy doing it for the rest of our lives. We're not paying into the politics of Nashville. I was like, dude, you could be a millionaire tomorrow by signing on the line. He goes, I'd rather keep my sanity and my morals. He goes, I won't sell out. He goes, I'll sign if they let me be me, because that's what they're buying to begin with. I said, no, they're buying the image of you, and they're going to mold you into what they want you to be. He's like, you're absolutely right. He goes, I'll play in bars for the rest of my life. And like I said, I've been off air for 12 years, and almost 12 years, somewhere in there, and he still hasn't sold out. So I take it back. I was on air almost 5, so I've been off air 7 years. He's like, he's still playing bars. Still trying to find somebody who'll let him be himself. So. All right, what do we got here? And here I was using the flashlight. And there's my recorder, just us.
Nice. So Mish and her crew all the way down there in the last one.
In the last one?
That's where they got the horned thing.
She still sells out all the. That's cool. Her own label, her own tour, sells out the shows. You can't ask for more than that. You don't have a lot of overhead. So, good for her. So maybe.
They got some cool shit pieces of stuff in here.
That goes with the walls. I get you to those. Like you, me.
I'm not saying they did anything, but they did get some very cool shit in there.
So I'm gonna have the camera and go over here.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff.
So I'm just setting up GoPros now. Oh.
It's already dead.
Oh, that's cool. I know Post Malone is on Twitch too. There's a couple other artists I can't remember offhand, but a former singer in Nashville, Janelle Wheeler, she was on, I think she was on America's Got Talent. She's on Twitch. She rarely sing. She doesn't sing at all anymore. I know there's a few. Most under the pandemic, a lot still do.
Why is it saying like, oh, 8 hours? Okay. All right, this is Brooklyn County Paranormal, the last day of prison, visit 5. Night 1, this is Joe Report 8, being left in death row. Death row, death row, death row, death row.
You know what? We might.
Real quick. Got that one? Weird.
I don't want to do it. We're ready. Huh. We're ready. Are we actually going to get an EVP tonight? I wish musicians would leave politics and religion out of everything they do. That turns me off a musician faster than shit. The second they go into politics or religion, it's like, you know what? This is not the platform for it. So yeah, it's keep that crap out of it, please. All right.
You've
Trying to
heard
remember which button it was. I got my I did some cleaning this weekend and switched my stream decks. So it's like, oop, got the one on this side now. Oops. You know, a lot of these musicians are, and I've said this for a long time. Uh, I've known some pretty big artists uh, before they became big. I knew them when they were bar bands. I'll use Low Cash as an example. Major song, I Love This Life. Chris and Preston. I knew them when they were the Low Cash Cowboys. They had to change their name because there was another band named the same thing. When they were playing at Toby Keith's in Vegas, they were nobodies. They were a cover band. I remember my buddy Eric, God rest his soul. He was a DJ there at the bar, so I'd go down, hang out. Every time the band would go on, Eric and I'd go down and get beer, come back up, and the band would leave to go on break, and Eric would spin music for the girls to get out and dance. I'd go with the band down to get more drinks, and then at the end of the night, we'd all go out to breakfast. The next day, they'd all come over to Eric's house, and we'd all barbecue. They'd bring their girlfriends, their wives, their kids, whatever. And we'd all sit around and just hang out. And I remember I went to a show here about 10 years ago now. And this was a big show at Mandalay Bay. It was sold out. So I got tickets on the floor. So I'm about, I don't know, 2 or 3 standing rows back from the stage. They stopped the show mid-show, had the light guy put the spotlight on me. They in front of everybody in the middle of a show and thanked me for being there since they started and say I was one of the main reasons that they made it as a band. For what I did with my radio shows, I was one of the ones to help get their name out when they started. It was one of the most humbling feelings of my entire life. You know, they remembered me after all this time and gave me credit for helping them. It's you realize these artists, they're just like you and me. With Aaron, that's cool. Yeah, it's good when they don't use their fortune or their money on any of that shit. There's a lot of artists fall into that alcohol thing. Not necessarily the drug thing, but a lot of musicians fall into that let's party all the time. And it's sad. Like Toby Keith, God rest his soul. That man could freaking drink. And I've talked about it on show before that I got blackout drunk with him one night. So it is what it is, guys. That's Echo. No, there's a band I know out of LA. They never made it big, but they made it bigger over in Europe than they did in the United States. Kind of a punk rock band called Warner Drive. They had their big following in like L.A., Vegas, Phoenix, and a couple towns throughout the Midwest, but they played a lot of festivals over in the UK every year. In UK, Sweden, and a couple others. They should have made it big, but again, they were partiers.
But I know I can't do it too bright.
Well, it'll absorb now.
Yeah, I will.
Like any streamers, the second they start into heavy politics, I hit that X on the top right of the screen. I'm like, no. I know it's your platform, you're gaming, you talk about what you want to, but you're going to chase off a good portion of your viewers for that. That's just me. I do this. I want people to come in and talk about ghosts, paranormal, and just bullshit. I don't want to see politics in here because I could go off for a long time, but then I'd have 0 viewers. What? I'm not in prison. Are we? This could be an EVP to. That's saying I'm not in prison. Oh my God. I'm not impressed. Yes, Moose. TM, if we would have been, we already would have had the gear pulled and I would have remembered the name. That's the only reason I know. 99% of the cable and some of the other gear that's prepared out of Vegas is done by yours truly. So if you would have asked with her name, I would have known it immediately. So yeah, I'm glad you kind of asked that. Let's get this saved. All right.
You fucking sneaky
I counted it.
bastard.
Good. Let me get these switched so I can do this right. All right. I think that'll do it. I think I can do it that way. Vegas, December 6th and 7th. Remind me when the time gets closer, and I'll be able to tell you. Because right now, we're only prepping for next week, which is nothing. That's Echo. That's Chris unlocking the chamber. So, I have made a decision. I did not want to do this, but being that it's show 666, what I think I'm going to do is, because it's only a 45-minute video, no, Vexus, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. This is 665. This is pre-evil. This is pre-evil. Tomorrow night, I think I'm going to treat everybody to the video outside the execution chamber. The one Chris took with the GoPro outside, not the one inside. But perfect, the 666 hit Halloween. Actually, no, Halloween is... What's today? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Halloween's Thursday for here, for Vegas. Why would you wait with that video? We got to go still do the one inside with me. And that'll be done last. I think 666 would be perfectly fitting for that. Like I said, it's a 48-minute video. So, yeah, we're going to do it. Tomorrow night, we will do outside the execution chamber. That way we can space it out. We're not watching back-to-back videos of me inside the chamber. I think one now and one at the end would be kind of fitting. It'll make everybody think for a while. What did we see? What did we witness? What did we hear? And it'll take you a few months to find out. And that is the truly evil side about it. I am going to do this perfectly. Why? I'm evilish. Yeah, I'm going to be that guy. And what we'll remember half a year later? Not much. That's the beautiful part about it. Wee. But like I said, being that it's that show, I think we'll be okay. I'm real big on number oddities though, so I think that's me. That doesn't sound like me. That's not me. Remember, it gets uploaded to YouTube too, so we'll have a perfect, file saved of it, and I'll probably download it too, just because. Uh, that does not sound like me. Yeah. Uh, that's Eddie Cole. I think that's Eddie Cole. Lights in here. No lights in here. No lights in here. Yeah, no lights in here. I don't like it in here or no lights in here. Let's find out. I don't like it in here. It's either no one else is in here or I don't like it in here. It's one of the two. Yeah, this is a tough one. Slow it down a little bit more. No, 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 no. Shit. All right, sorry about that. Had an emergency phone call. No, not scammers. I'm going to save it as both. I'm going to let Susan decide. All right. Yeah, it's those when
You
nobody's
fucking
really going to be
sneaky
wrong on this one.
bastard.
We've had several times, like I said, we talk about this all the time. There's times when I'm right, there's times when you guys are right, and there's times when none of us are right. So we got to take that with a grain of salt. It is coming from execution. David, what's up, bud? How you been? Been a hot minute. Been a hot minute. Yeah, boo. Boo hoo. Oh, boo hoo? Who was David? Been tired and sick. Hope you're feeling better. I'm going to pause this for a second. Hope you're available to be here tomorrow night. Being that tomorrow night is show 666, I am breaking my rule of saying I'm holding the videos of execution until the very end. We are going to play the 47-minute video of me in the execution chamber from outside the execution chamber. I had one of the docents record me outside the chamber. We are going to hold the very last video we watch of the GoPro in the chamber with me. So as a treat for the evil show, we're going to watch the video of me in the chamber and see if we can catch the voices that Chris claimed he heard while I was in the chamber. Because he said the entire time I was in there, he was hearing talking. If that's the case, it's going to take us 2 shows to go through the video. Cross your fingers. Excuse me. Dodgers are beating the Yankees 4-0 in the top of the 6th. Ooh. Oh, what the fuck? There's no sound box. There is no sound box. There's 2 people in that building right now. Actually, I take that back. There's 2 people on prison grounds. It's night 1. Myself and Chris. We don't have any gear running aside from the digital recorders and the GoPro right now. Turn around and something. This is a full sentence. That's not Chris. Uh, shit. Turn around. I think you want to forget some or someone. There's no speaker on though, TM. Turn around. You're 100% on TM. I think we all agree on turn around. This is big. Like I said, there's only 2 people in this building right now, and that's me and Chris. Okay, what we're gonna do, I don't know if this is gonna work this way, but we're gonna slow it down. This might work. I'm slowing it down just enough. Yeah. David is, I think, the closest on this one. Turn around. I think you won't forget someone. So, what I'm being that this recorder is in death row, And this is picking us up over in execution. Being that the pictures of the executed are behind us in execution viewing, I think it's saying it doesn't want us to forget someone. In a nutshell, it doesn't want us to forget one of the spirits that are there, or forget the names of the people that met their demise there at the prison. That's as close as I could put it, because it is a distant voice. I think it was in the execution area with us. This is a big, big voice. So. All right, I'm not gonna type it all out. There's no way.
You
Actually,
fucking sneaky bastard.
one of the best, David, was last week. Or excuse me, was it last week, week before. One of the best EVPs we have ever gotten on this show. And it's a week before. It shook me to my core. And it made Deds and his mom almost cry. Deds was not able to make for David. Deds was not able to make this last investigation. One being he got a new boss at work. Boss came in and canceled everybody's vacations until the end of the year. And two, his father passed away about 2.5 weeks before the investigation. So he would have had to cancel had it not been for work. Me being the investigator that I am, because I like to use whatever. I'll play the EVP for you, David, here in a second. I like to use whatever I can to get evidence. And being that would be Ded's third investigation this year, I was like, I apologize that Joe was not able to make it. Unfortunately, he had a family emergency. His father passed away. You know, I said, do you have any words for him? We have an EVP in execution of I'm so sorry. We got an EVP of I'm so sorry after I said that his father had passed away. Okay, you have not heard it either there. Let me bring it up for you guys. This is probably one of the best EVPs I've heard in 16 years. And I've heard thousands, not just from me, from other teams. So. So, yeah. You get what I'm saying. That shows intelligence. It shows consciousness. It shows awareness. And it shows feeling. It's a defining EVP in the paranormal. It's a defining EVP. We always wonder, is there consciousness after death? Consciousness after physical death? Let's do it right. Is there intelligence after physical death? It says, so sorry. Basically, it's so sorry. Or I'm so sorry. It shows consciousness after physical death. It shows compassion. It shows intelligence. This is something we search for on every investigation. Usually what we get, it's yes, some of it's intelligent. A lot of it's residual. We don't get a lot of intelligent, compassionate EVPs. We get out, we get fuck you, we get go away, we get asshole, we get jerk, I get insulted, but we don't get compassion. Until now. And that is, it's massive for me as an investigator. Deds wasn't here for that. Actually, he was. I take that back. He was here. I sent it to him, and he texted me. He texted me that he played it for his mom. And his mom was absolutely floored. It's like, and I say this very compassionately. I hope Deds didn't get offended that I used that situation to try to get, I didn't do it to try to get evidence. I used it to explain to the spirits why he wasn't there. Because when I'm not there, the spirits ask for me. In case they would have asked for him, where's Joe? Where's your friend? I wouldn't have to tell them where he was at. I explained to them, this is why my friend is not here this year. If I would have said, and I'm going to use this with an air of caution, so please forgive me. If I would have used the same thing in execution about his mother with all the convicted killers that were executed there that killed women, I wonder what their response would have been. I'm almost positive it would have been the same thing because, Joe, Deds, showed the spirits their compassion. He was always polite to them. He never provoked them. So I'm pretty sure the response might have been the same. But part of me says Eddie Cole and a couple of the others might not have given the same response. That I don't ever want to test. It's a slippery slope when you do stuff like that. You really, really roll the dice.
I'm thinking the corner maybe? What do you think?
So when I did my first testing session, Remember was in here, and I sat right there. And my phone's in there recording, and she was like,
This is what I'm lying.
yeah, you did that too. You can't start
So in this 15-minute section of video, or audio, excuse me, we've gotten 4 EVPs. And that puts us up to 38. Now, TM, that's fucking amazing. We don't get this that often. Not like this. We did the past few shows, but we're doing good right now. Second recorder, 38 EVPs.
He's on you. Your face is like it is so skinny, and that's not skinny. No. He's on you. Yeah. He's on you. Yeah, he's on you.
Show Susan that. See what she says.
That's crazy. He's on you.
Good.
So you make sure, Mr. Cole, you stay here, please.
We'll be back, Mr. Cole, Mr. Mack, Mr. Blackwell. Shake it.
In like 2 years ago. Yeah. Last investigation, we did not get a lot of EVPs. The previous year, when we almost hit 500, let's see. That's me. That's me. Wow. That's me. How intense it was in there. And he just opened the execution chamber door. He wanted me, Chris wanted me to get a feeling of the energy inside of there. So, yeah. I don't know how clear the video is. I mean, do I even have it here? Later. No, I do not. Bear with me a second, guys. Let me see if somebody's being a pain in the butt. So before I before I escort this little shit out, figure he'd say hi to everybody. Yeah, Jack's being a pest, but it's all right. Quit it. All right. Phone, do I have it? Or don't I? I do not. I'm going to have to find it for you guys. It was basically me opening the execution chamber door. And it was brutal. Chris's video on his phone is a little lackluster, but it does not look like me opening the door. Actually, I do have it. Let's play it. It is only... Let's see. It's 1:23. Come on, Jack. Get out of here. God, he's being a nuisance. All right. The quality on this video is not good. So this is as good as we're gonna get. Pay special attention just to my face.
Nation. Wow. Oh my God. Dude, it's heavy in here. It's fucking heavy in here right now.
His cell phone.
Is there a draft in here?
It could be coming out of the vent, because that vent goes out.
Well.
He might have a dirty
We're
lens.
gonna have fun
I
tonight.
feel it too now.
Yeah,
Right now, I'm getting hit.
I got anxiety.
The
right
quality
now.
of video is not good.
It took me a minute for it to get on me.
As soon as I stepped in, I could feel it.
Wait till you see the beginning of the video that I just took. I saw it with my own eyes.
Okay, let's get a picture and review it.
So yeah, maybe I had stuck on low quality by mistake. Maybe. Like I said, when he opens the door, my face on the side does distort. Maybe he just had the dirty lens. I don't know. He said between watching it on the phone and the quality of the recording, he said when I opened that door, my face changed. So didn't really see it. I'll see if I can maybe see if there's a program to enhance the video or clean it up a little bit, but not really going to go much beyond that. Stop. 119. Minute 11, 19 seconds. We're going to call it there tonight. Going about an hour, 15 minutes, right where I want to be. Tomorrow night, we will be watching. Maybe he means you was overwhelmed. Maybe. I don't know. That remains to be seen. I don't know. But guys, you guys have been awesome tonight. We got 4 EVPs. And yeah, we're going to take a break from this recorder tomorrow night. Doesn't appear there's too much on it. And we will get back to this on Wednesday. Tomorrow night will be video night. Chris recording me from outside the execution chamber for show 666. TM, Moose, David, anybody else lurking in the shadows, I truly, truly thank you guys for being here tonight and helping get some of these EVPs ironed out. Till tomorrow night, good night, God bless, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks again.